Hi guys. Okay, let's do this tutorial. As you can see, I have no makeup on, but I do have everything I need here. So I am in my studio guest room. Still needs to be fixed up. I'll get there, guys. I know stuff takes a while for me, but that's my life. So first I'm going to start off, I haven't done it yet, take my wipe, and I just made some new homemade brush cleaner with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, not Patron, but rubbing alcohol, shampoo, conditioner, and hot water. Very simple. And just spray it on here. I like to keep it nice and wet so it lasts, so I don't need to use two if I don't have to. And it takes the makeup off. You've seen it, and I'll show you again. So I get it nice and wet. And I don't, it's not like one of those like, well, I want it to last a long time, because I mean, really, I get my wipes from Costco, which last me forever. And who doesn't have shampoo, conditioner, hot water, and rubbing alcohol? So feel free to just spray the heck out of a wipe or spray the heck out of your brushes to clean it, because these are products you already have in your house that you don't need to worry about. I have to conserve my, makeup or my brush cleaner because it's expensive. It's not expensive to make this, and that's how, like the ingredients: water, and just a bunch of fancy words for the same thing that I use. But anyways, so let's get started. It's not wasting any time. I'm going to start off with my Shiny Concealer Foundation Palette. First, I'm going to do underneath my eyes. My eyes have been very baggy. I have been on the downside lately. So I'm going to use the lightest color for me. I just take 2 fingers. Could take 1. And use your ring finger. And I just see, I'm not even done blending it in yet, but you just blend it in. My Garnier eye roller does work well, but when I'm having, a little bit more issues, or I'm not sleeping as good, I do have to bust out some concealer every once in a while. So, and then you can just wipe your fingers off on that, and that's another reason why I like to soak it, because it's easy to wipe your fingers off on. So now I'm gonna go in on the other eye and do the same thing. And like I said before, when you use your fingers, if you can, it warms up and makes the product, the concealer, warmer. Your fingers warm it up, so it blends it on better than when you use a brush. But like I said yesterday, don't ever use don't do this to a client unless they're your friend and they don't care. If you're doing somebody's makeup for a wedding, don't use your stinking finger. Please. So now I need to get rid of, if you can see, the redness that's on my face. See, it already looks like I have color on my face. I did see a commercial for some new product. I don't know if it is rosacea, but it comes off like it, because it's like in the cheek area is very red. So it makes it, when I want to wear blushes and stuff, kind of hard because it'll make certain blushes come off a lot darker than they actually are, and it's very frustrating. So I might buy that. I don't remember the name of it. When I see the commercial, or try to remember, I'll write it down. So now I'm going in with the green, and since this is mostly on the cheeks, but you do want to spread it around. You see how like that green just, you want to really try to keep it where just like the red is. And I just moisturized, and still my face is kind of dry. Always moisturize your face before you put makeup on. Always, 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 always. Always. So, can you see the difference already? I mean, look at that compared to that. You can see a huge difference. Don't say you can't, because you know you can. They're a really good concealer palette is the Makeup Forever Camouflage palette. So if you want to do a high-end concealer, get the Makeup Forever Camouflage palette. I was just getting ready to buy that before I got this for Christmas. So I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it. But yeah, Makeup Forever's Camouflage palette is awesome. I still have that palette with some concealers left in it, which I probably could like finish it off for my under my eyes, but some of the colors that are in it are like either too dark or too light. So let's, and I do need to put a little bit on my nose too, because my nose gets the redness, and my eyes do too. Even my eyelids get it. But when I put my primer on, it helps. I don't know how many of you guys watch, because like all day my TV's on Bravo. I don't know if any of you watch Vanderpump Rules. Well, Tom Sandoval, who just found out his best friend slept with his girlfriend. That show's crazy. There was a scene where he was shaving his forehead, and people were wondering about that. And apparently, when you shave your entire face, it does take off dead skin. And I was like, because I like to try pretty much anything, and you know, I'm not gonna shave off my eyebrows, but it works. So thanks, Tom. Hope you're out there and everything's good with you guys. Very sorry. I saw the last night's final episode, and all I can say is I'm sorry. Anyways, so now we're going to use the BB cream. You don't have to, but I suggest doing it. I'm not using any foundation. You can use your hands, but like I've told you, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and see, I'm trying to like just take the littlest, tiniest bit out for each part of my face, because I don't want it to be overly done. I need to get a little bit more on there so it's even. So, you see? Can you see how stinging dark that is? But once I blend it all out, it'll be fine. And even when I do a foundation that's too dark, because I blend it all the way down to my neck and stuff, it doesn't it doesn't look as bad because you don't have that line. That's why it's so important. So you don't have to do this. You can use your hands, but I'm using my stiffle brush and try to open it up a little bit to get best coverage as possible. And I start with under my neck, and I just go down. Normally I like to stiffle. I do a bit of both. I do a bit of blending because normally I have 2 colors on. But I like to stiffle and blend. And I try to go as low down. Normally, I would say a lot of times people, like when they're going out, put their makeup on before their clothes. I just think that it's best to do it before or after, because if you have like a dark or even a super dark or a super light colored shirt on, you're gonna get makeup on it. So if I go like this, I'm gonna go like this. I do everything in sections. It does come off kind of orangey at first, but once I blend it in, and I've moisturized my lips, but it's still going to be dry for some reason when I put on the lip color. That drives me nuts. Now with the cheek, you always go over your eye too. Always go over your eyes. You don't want colors to, like, you want your face to be all the same color, so you know, go underneath the eye like that, go up and over the eyebrow. If you don't like the color in your eyebrow, you can just like take that wipe and wipe off your eyebrow. But I suggest coloring in your brows with whatever works best for you. I really love the gel liner. And it already looks like I have blush on, and that's what stinks, because see, it's like, well, I mean, it's hard to see. You can right here, you can still see the redness. I want it to go away. Go away, redness. Go away. But I am using a Garnier toner that's supposed to get better with time, and I love their products, so, and I haven't had it all that long. Hopefully it does help. I mean, all of this does help. What you have to do, what a girl goes through. My goodness, what we have to do. Okay, so I'm pretty much covered with just the BB cream. Now, if I did it with my hands, that would have been a lot faster. So that's what I'm saying. This is a fast look. It's just that the way I do my makeup, it is going to take a little bit longer. Plus I babble, babble, babble. Like we've already been doing this for almost 14 minutes. We should be done by now. So when you do it at home, you'll notice, oh, she just talks so much. This really doesn't take an hour to do. Alright, put that there for now. So now I'm gonna powder my face with the fit. Okay. So I got my nose itch. My big fluffy powder brush from Kirkland. My Max Studio Fix compact powder. Take a little bit and just go. This just sets that. This is more just to not be too shiny and to set the bronzer. Don't have to do it. makes you softer, gives you a great complexion, gets rid of all the blemishes except for my red cheeks. I see people doing videos that have like this perfect skin tone. I'm like, why are you even putting foundation on your face? Why? And what's good to do, because people like will be like, oh, I don't wear foundation because I break out. A lot of times, it's like you just have to find out one that works with your skin, and you won't break out. Like the Studio Fit, the Max foundation, that breaks me out. It's like with the Bare Minerals, that makes my face itch. It's not that like I don't like it. Like, I'm not saying they're bad products, it's just, don't think that because of one time that you put powder on your face, or foundation on your face, and it broke you out, that you can't wear foundation. It's just you have to find the one that works. Okay. Now, before I do anything else on my face, I want to put my Too Faced Shadow Insurance on, because I like the primer to set before I get to my eyes. I was thinking that maybe if I didn't put the powder on my NYX eyeshadow, if that Maybelline pencil would come off darker. So maybe you guys should, if you try the Maybelline, this pencil thing. Why am I all itchy? Only when I do videos. Send me a picture with no shadow on behind it, like how I do. So I might try it myself one day. And I'll take a picture and let you guys, if it does come out like darker, because it didn't come off very dark yesterday. And like with this, with your eye primer, if you can, use your fingers. So it warms it up, makes it easier to blend. But when my nails get too long, I have to use a stinking brush. I don't like using brushes when I prime my eye. So it's just that sometimes I don't get to the nail salon for, I think the longest I had to wait one time was like 6 weeks because I couldn't do anything. It's very irritating having a maybe life. Anyways, so now I'm going to fill in my brows. This is another step you guys don't have to do. If you want to use a pencil, Rimmel has some great eyebrow pencils. Or, you can do what you want. So, all the things that don't need to happen is just time that you're saving when you do your makeup. If you're one of the kind of people who, don't have enough time in the morning, don't do makeup in your car, please. It's, in my book, just as bad as texting while you're driving. Kind of messed that eyebrow up. That's why I always have to be kind of like really pay attention. I went over a little bit, but you can't really tell, but I can. And when you color in your eyebrows, it just gives them a perfect shape, and you don't have to worry about like blank spots in your eyebrows. can use shadows. That's what's fun with makeup, is you don't have to go by the rules. You don't have to be like, you have to use an eyebrow pencil. You have to do this. You have to do that. A lot of people think that way. It's like, well, I don't want to have to do this or that. You don't. You can, you know, whatever looks best on you, whatever is easiest for you, that's what you do. Now I need to make them keep shape. I just literally push it until a little bubble of the hair gel comes up, dip it in, and just go right over it a couple times to try to keep the little hairs. I didn't pluck today because I'm kind of in a hurry, which is a good, I'm glad that we're doing a quick look, or I wouldn't have been able to do this today. So I'm going to see if I can get that color, the Maybelline color, just a bit darker. And I really did try to go over it as many times as I could. It's just that I feel like if I were to like do the color now, it would, I don't know. I mean, I'll try it one day without the powder, without the shadow. I just feel like it gives it a cleaner look when you have at least a thin layer of eyeshadow behind it. But it's a step you don't have to do. And if you try this and don't use the shadow, please send pictures. You can send them to my Twitter account, which is Jeana48H, Jeana 48H, or you can leave posts here. I mean, I'm on Google Plus, my Facebook, which is the same. So I'm going in with my NYX. I'm just gonna a little bit tap it off. Oh no, sorry. Sometimes I get confused. That's why I have to pay so super close attention to what I'm doing so I don't mess up. First, we're gonna bronze our face. I am just so we're gonna use that MAC mineralized skin finish, and this is in deep, medium dark, sorry. So it is technically a dark color, but like you just take your contour brush, and then now we're gonna contour first, so you want to fish it up. And when you contour, you can kind of, when you go up, do like a V going down, just the tiniest bit, like a little sideways V. You can kind of go up a little bit. And we're going to do the other side. So we don't want it like crazy dark. And this, hold on. It's not a crazy dark color technically. Anyways. If I really wanted to, I can make it a lot darker. So now I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to go on the right jawbone. This like really just like takes off a good like a pound off your face. And then you like want to do your forehead. Just the top. Not saying color in your forehead, just like. And then you want to go in with that powder brush and kind of blend, soften it. This just evens everything out. And again, you don't have to technically do this step. Now, if this were a darker color, I would take this brush and you can take, and you start on, you take the dark color. See, right now I have the nicks on it, so I can't. And you would make a line, and blend it, and thin out your nose. I will do that for you when I do another tutorial. So I already have some on here. I'm just a little bit more to make sure. And I'm going to put it all over the eyelid. Just in circular motions. I just want to cover the lid. I like to have a soft background. Yeah, that's it. But like I said, you can skip this step and just go straight for that pencil, which I'm curious what it would look like without the powder, or even without primer. It'd probably smudge like crazy if it's hot or whatever. That's why I completely always suggest that you use some kind of eyeshadow base or primer, something. Pretty much every brand now makes it. I remember when I saw the very first face primer in CVS. It was Revlon, and it was like a clear primer, and I was like, what? And I bought it, I used it, and it was pretty good. It was very similar to the Smashbox. And I do have another secret that I'm going to be telling you guys when I end up using it. Because I didn't show how I prime my face because you guys have seen my primer. So now we're going to take that Maybelline, the Master Smoky, which this is supposed to literally give you like a total smoky eye without doing all the other stuff that you would normally see me do. So you take, you know, it's two-sided. Take out the side that has the pencil on it. Now watch how many times I go over my lid. You're going to do it like we do the Urban Decay liner. Stretch your eye a little bit. Doesn't need to be perfect. If you can see like there's a blank spot in there. It's not as potent as that Urban Decay, but it very well could be because of my primer. It could be because of the shadow, so I don't know. But I'm actually going up a little higher than I did yesterday to see if I can get that, because it's supposed to smoke up a bit higher than, so see? It's really not, you know, I went over it. Then you go under the lower lash and do the same exact thing. Do it till your eyelashes end on the bottom. And you do want to kind of put a lot on. And if you see in the picture, I don't know. doesn't look that dark. So, but I can say it would make a good dupe if you don't have Urban Decay pencils and we are doing a color like this, or you want to do a color like this, use it. I do suggest putting some shadow over it though, of like the same color, maybe a shade darker. Oops, I messed up. Doesn't matter though. Does that look even? This is a little, and I'm pretty much almost putting this on my entire lid because I want to try to get that large smoky effect that it shows, because it didn't yesterday. I'm going under the eye, but I think I will be using the smudger for Urban Decay pencils. See how that works. So, see? I mean, yeah, it's all like goofy looking right now, but we're gonna smudge it, so. Okay, so then we just close this. Now this color is called Blue Blaze. It's on the list of, to find all the list of my products, go to my FabGab, JEANA.tumblr.com. Click on the tutorial products section. It'll have this look and everything you need. So now we're gonna take that spongy side. See, that's just a sponge, and we're supposed to like literally just smudge over it to give it that smoky effect, and it doesn't smoke it up like it shows. It just really doesn't. So like, I'm trying to go, it's like I don't want to rub my eyelid raw. It just doesn't really. I'm sorry, Maybelline, there are stuff I like, there's stuff I like, but this is not, it does not do what it says it does. So that's how it looks. I just did this one. That's how it looks after it's smoked. Not much different, huh? So now I'm going to smoke the bottom. See? Not too different. Let's see how this one comes out. I'm literally just like rubbing the crazy out of it, where it's like taking it off. It's not even smudging it, it's mostly like taking it off. Where like I have like blank spots now. It almost looks better before you smudge it. That's just my opinion. It might work better, you know, if I did it without the extra products. So I could be completely wrong. And that's that for this. That's it. That's all you're supposed to do. Now, because on the picture it shows such a dark eye, we're going to go in with that Urban Decay pencil that we're going to be using next. It's black. It's a black pencil, and it's called Black Market. I think we should actually go over and maybe put a little black over this. Tiny bit. do this yesterday. See? I think that looks a little better. Now, well, let's go ahead and just do this eye real quick. A little. Just like a line. And that really kind of helps. Why is it? Let's try smudging that. For some reason it doesn't look even on the... It's because it takes the color off. So now that you have the black in there, let's see what it does. That kind of helps. A big difference. I just don't like blank spots. I don't. See that? Just putting that on made it so much better. And now, because in the picture it's really dark, we're going to do the upper and lower water lines. So get ready to tight line, girls and or guys. Oh, I got that blank spot. It's driving me nuts. I feel like I want to do like an outer V with it, but like I kind of can't. So like you can see my water line. It's like, give me color. Okay. So now we're going to go in our lower waterline. This is not a super dark black pencil. Go all the way in. So you might want to do it, go in there a couple of times. It's, 0 is like the darkest one, and it's my favorite. But these are so creamy. If you notice like how much like it doesn't bother your eye as much as other pencils. Now we're gonna literally just like go up into the lash line. Upper tight lining. I mean, because these are silkier, it's a lot easier. You can lift your lid and do it if you need to, but I'm used to it. I just like open my eyes really wide and go up in there with the color and keep it close to the lash line. So as you can see, that does look a bit better. And my eyes water. No, I always drop something when I'm in here. Now I'm just gonna put one coat of mascara on. I'm using the Ulta Legendary Length. It's kind of like a smaller wand. Make sure that you don't get any. I'm not even curling my lashes because this is supposed to be like a fast look. My eyelid or my lashes already touched my lid and got black on there. I really want to try falsies really bad. mainly just to thicken them to see how it looks. I'll have to try it. So see how better, like when you get that black in there and everything, just how much better everything comes together. No, you don't belong there. Alright, I mean, we're like almost done, guys. And this took probably double the amount of time it should. It's 41 minutes. This is not a 41-minute look. Did I clean this? Sorry. See? I mean, look. Can you see, like, all the color that comes off? And it's like, it takes it off. It works. I don't just make this stuff up for the heck of it. I do it because it works. And it saves time and money. It's all about saving time and money, people. Alright. Alright, well, our last step, please try to make sure before you put something on, well, if you're using especially this particular crayon, the Ellen Tracy, it doesn't have a name. I looked. It's just super pink. So maybe it's on the box. I don't remember where the box is. Surprisingly, I lost the box. I did moisturize my lips, but because it's like 20 degrees outside, they've already dried. So it can look a little cakey. I would advise putting some lip gloss over it. Or just try to do it really lightly. It's a lot more matte than I thought. See, that's better. Yesterday was a little darker. Not, yeah, that's good. That's good. I like these because it's easier to put on than lipstick. I might just switch to these crayons and say goodbye to lipstick. However, I do need my red. Alright, that's it. That's our look. I mean, it is pretty. It is pretty dramatic. I think once I put the black on there, it kind of, you know, smoked it out a little bit more. Not too bad. So, I mean, if I were to say, should you buy the Maybelline Master Smoky pencil with a smudger, I would say yes. Because if you can't get the Urban Decays, this is great, especially when you put another liner on top of it, like a black eyeliner. That did help a lot, which I didn't do yesterday. So go ahead and, you know, under 10 bucks, and you get that nice fat little puffy blender, which will be great for when we do other, you know, tutorials with pencils for these kind of looks. So that's the look. And you can be like, hi, I'm Smoky for you. No, don't do that ever. Please, never do that. Alright guys, well, that's it. Sorry it actually took 45 minutes instead of, you understand, you know, it doesn't normally take this long. So, try the look, leave some comments, please subscribe, and if I get any more packages today, I will be opening them with you guys. So, I'll talk to you later. This was so fun. I loved mixing the high end and the low end. Like the more expensive with like the cheaper brands, because it's like you can come up with good looks and you're not spending a ton of money. So awesome. You know, just keep an eye out for sales. You know, go to slickdeals.net to keep an eye out for that MAC online sale where everything's 50% off. I always kind of go to that website checking it out every once in a while, and it'll show if Ulta's having a crazy sale, or just go to slickdeals.net a lot. And then you got your makeup products. We'll be doing tutorials with that. I think there's only 2 more pencils in the black market set that we're going to be doing, and then we're going to move on to bigger and better things. So I hope you guys had fun watching, and please just keep watching out there. Subscribe, go to all my, you know, my blog, my Twitter, and let's just hang out online all day long. Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, bye. Till next time, which will probably be later today. Bye.